Okay, here we are at the Silicon Dust. We're talking today with Jason Ludka at the booth, and we're going to talk briefly about what we see here, which is the new HDHRCC cable card tuner. So I noticed a couple things here. This is like a working breadboard, right?
Yeah, this is our development board.
Okay. For those of you that already know, we're looking here at the multi-stream cable card that's available through your provider. You can see it's plugged in, and we have some jumpers here on a board, so I was hoping you could take a minute and talk to us about what we're looking at.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got 3 tuners on the board here. It'll be a dual tuner board, accessible. The third tuner is used for out-of-band data, for data from the cable provider, such as authorization, keys, channel mapping, things like that.
Okay.
So, on the final board, it'll just be a single input on the back. All the splits will be handled internally. We won't have the jumpers.
So we won't have to worry about any splitters or anything. It'll be one coax into the back.
Correct.
And we won't have to worry about anything else.
Yeah, we've got the jumpers on here now, so we can play with the tuners as needed, adjust things, rearrange the order if we need to change something for diagnostic purposes.
Okay. Now notice that's what's unique to your product is that you have the Ethernet already plugged in.
Right. We are actually using this board right now. It is a working development board. So we've got everything set up on the board. It's not quite the same as what it's going to end up in the final version, but it is actually working at the show. So we've got the network interface here. We've got a USB port right over here that will be used for the tuning adapter.
Right, tuning adapters being when people have switch digital,
yeah,
it actually sends the information to the cable company so they can send the channel.
Right, normally you would, with other tuners, you would have that plugged into the PC, but since ours can be accessed from different computers, we'll actually be having it right attached to the HD HomeRun itself.
Okay, excellent. Now I notice this is pretty small, and in fact the power cord is quite small, so the wattage that you will draw is small, right? 10 watts, so 15?
Roughly in the 10 watt range. It depends on the final component structure of what we end up with, and a good portion of that power is actually used to power the cable card itself rather than our components, because the cable card does handle the decryption, so there is a processor inside the card that handles a lot, and it does have a pretty good bit of power draw to handle all of that.
Okay, and then as it's set up here, you said it's a breadboard, but I don't see any cooling or anything else. So it'll be like your existing units where they're just standalone?
It'll be entirely passively cooled. There'll be no fan, no heat issues to be expected with it. It just simply doesn't draw enough power to warrant any sort of additional cooling.
Okay, so you said the model size once it's done, because this is a working breadboard, will be similar to some of the other models that you have.
Yeah, let me go ahead and hold the original HD HomeRun up to it just so people have a comparison of what it is. It will roughly be this size in the final one, but it will not be this case design. We have a new case design in the works for the cable card tuner.
Okay.
And it will be a metal case, flat top. So,
okay. So just small, quiet, low power, just.
Yeah, completely quiet. There's absolutely nothing in it that would make any noise.
Okay.
So there'd be no concerns to be worried about there. No heat issues. Anything like that.
And just something mellow. Now the price point, approximate?
Price point will be $249 at retail to start.
Okay. And release date will be?
Release date, we're looking at beta testing starting in April.
Okay.
And release to follow later on after the beta testing is complete, after we receive all the approvals from Cable Labs.
Right, which is always one of the big restrictions. I noticed here that you guys have the game going on right now, and this is actually through, it's hard to see on the video, but it's through Windows Media Center right now, actued through this working unit, correct?
That is correct.
And you guys have Comcast going here?
We've actually got Cox Cable here
Cox
in
Cable.
Las Vegas, but yeah, we've got set up from them, had them run a feed in, so we've got it split out for demonstration purposes. We are going through the development board right now, so we can even unplug the network cable here and have it freeze.
So, yeah, so you unplug the cable.
And the video froze up, so
okay, so
back in now.
So the network cable, like with existing units, like the only one that's really available, which is the ATI, everything's done through the USB. With your unit, it's actually done through the Ethernet
Correct.
connection.
All
Okay.
the control is done over the Ethernet, so we'll have to wait for this to, it probably won't retune on its own in Media Center.
Okay.
I wasn't expecting the tuner to drop
Cool.
out. But
Well, thank you for your time.